Hey y'all, and welcome to the Crazy Sock Lady YouTube. My name is Kay, and my goodness, it's been a while. If you are new here, welcome. It has been so long since I have recorded a video, but this is my channel where I share all about my knitting and crafting adventures. My name is Kay, by the way, if you're new. I have a lot of finished socks, as you might have guessed, because it is summer sock camp right now, which is a knit along that this is our third year doing this knit along. It's basically just knit socks all summer long. Pretty much that's the gist of it. I will link the Ravelry group and everything down below. You can also use the hashtags on Instagram, which you can find over on Instagram in a little highlight bubble. So yeah, lots of socks being knit this summer. Super exciting. It's always one of my favorite things that we do throughout the year because obviously I love to knit socks. As always, I will have links right down below this video in the description box for everywhere that you can find me, for the website, the Ravelry group, for project pages over on Ravelry, for every single thing that I talk about. So all of the projects have their own project page, yarn info, needle info, pattern info, any notes. I put all of that there for y'all so that it's easy for y'all to find. And shops will also be linked down below. I think that's it. Little out of practice. It's really been over 2 months. I looked this morning and it's been over 2 months since I recorded for YouTube. It has just been such a busy summer. Summer's always a little busier, I feel like. The kids are out of school. You want to take advantage of all the nice weather, get outside as much as you can. But it just feels like this summer has been even busier than normal. Lots going on with just family stuff, the kids, the shop, so much. So it's definitely been busy, and this has kind of been what's fallen by the wayside a bit. But I'm here today to catch y'all up on some of the finished objects. I won't say all because I feel like I finished some things and gifted them, and some I think are at the shop. I realized today that when I was getting these out, I know there was a pair of socks that I think is over at the shop that I forgot. So that's okay. If you guys want to see the full array of things, you can head to my Ravelry project pages, because like I said, I update everything there with pictures and everything usually with finished object pictures when it's finished. So what should we talk about first? Should we just talk about finished objects? Probably, because this is the stack of finished socks that I do have to show you. And then I have, oh, I forgot work in progress over there. I have 4 works in progress. That's not all of them, but those are the ones we're going to talk about. Let me grab this other one really quick. So I have some other ones that I haven't really worked on much. It's been all socks right now. I have a couple sweaters going that I haven't touched all summer long. That's fine. Work on what makes you happy, and socks always make me happy, but even more so right now. All right, I have no idea what order these were finished in. We're just gonna dive in and go through the stack. So the first pair that I have here is using Summer Sock Camp yarn. This was exclusive colorways for Crazy Sock Lady Co. for Summer Sock Camp. And if you want to know when any of those, some of them we've already done our restocks for, but if you want to know more details, Instagram and sign up for the newsletter on the website, which is crazysockladyco.com. So that's how you can find out what's gonna be in the shop. The air conditioning just kicked on. You'll probably hear it. It's summer. So this was two of our Summer Sock Camp exclusives. The main skein that you see here was by Mama Jess Knits, and then we had a mini skein set from Kimber's Cozy Creations. And I did my scrappy, stripy socks for these. So fun, and they did not dye these to go together, but it's so funny to me how well they go together. I love these. And I love, you will see here, I've got another pair, and the pair I do not have that's at the shop, I think, is scrappy stripy socks as well. I have been obsessed. This is something I did back in October of 2021 with a couple of pairs of socks, and I just cannot get enough of using leftovers or mini skein sets to make socks like this. And it's been fun to see all of you work them up and use the hashtag scrappy stripy socks over on Instagram and share how you're creating your own scrappy stripy socks. So definitely check out the hashtag if you want some inspiration for those. It's always a lot of fun to look through the projects that y'all make. So this was the first one. This was just the vanilla socks on magic loop pattern, or it might have actually, it was 9-inch circulars. And then I have notes on my project page for how I did the stripes, how you can weigh your yarn to see if you have enough, and all of that. All right, these ones I just finished this week. This yarn is by Leap of Faith Yarns, and the colorway is Royal Flush, I believe. I don't know where I dipped the tag. I think it was Royal Flush. Hello, Austin. It's summer, kids are home, wandering around. I love this colorway so much. So I knit these for my mother-in-law. I was trying so hard to have them done before she left. She was here watching the kids and the animals in the house for us while Eric and I went on our first ever trip, I might add, in almost 16 years of marriage. We have never went on, we've done like one weekend where we did 2 nights, that was like right here, pretty local. But this was our first big trip. We went to Texas, we had a wedding to attend, and then we stayed in the stockyards in Fort Worth and just had the absolute best time doing all of the things there. So my mother-in-law was here watching the kids, and I worked on these on the trip and tried my hardest to have them done before she left. She doesn't know that they're for her, but I'll just give them to her next time I see her. So these were, again, vanilla socks on 9-inch. I've really been loving the 9-inch lately. I just find they're so easy and portable as we are on the go all the time in the summer. I don't have to worry about dropping a DPN or anything. So simple. And then I just have my 32-inch Chow Goose in the bag so that I can do the toe, because I do the heel and everything right on the 9-inch. I did 25 rounds on the cuff for this, so a little bit longer of a cuff. I might have done 25 rounds on that as well. Typically I do 20, but lately I've really been enjoying a little bit longer of a cuff, so I did 25 rounds on that. Let's see here. This yarn was an exclusive for Crazy Sock Lady Co. that Molly of a Homespun House dyed. We had in the shop a while back. Again, vanilla socks pattern. I can't remember if I did these magic loop or what, but such a fun colorway. This was called You've Been Ducked. And I did the little pop of color that y'all have seen me do a lot. I love doing that. I have notes on all of my project pages that I do it on how you can do that. This one, oh, this yarn, you guys have been loving. This is another Crazy Sock Lady Co. exclusive. This one is by Pretty Twisted Yarns. It is called Pretty Crazy. We will have it in the shop again. It's a self-striping yarn. So beautiful. Teresa's stripes are just amazing. And then I did do a contrast just in a gray, some leftover gray I had in my stash. Not even sure what it is. I did the heel toe do-si-do pattern. This is one of my designs for this. I love this colorway. So this will be back in stock again in the shop. So many socks, y'all. So many socks. Would you expect anything different here? Probably not. This was a Opal Van Gogh. Do I have, oh, it's right here. I was gonna say, where is that tag? The color is 5433. I think it shows the picture on here of the Van Gogh picture that it was inspired by. We did have some opal in the shop, which the shop is on vacation right now. I'll talk about that in a bit, but it is on vacation. So if you go over right now, you'll see it's on vacation, but you can still sign up for the newsletter now. But look how pretty this is. I did these for Eric, vanilla socks pattern. Again, pretty sure I did these on Magic Loop. Lots of vanilla socks. It's just what your mind needs, sometimes, all the time. They're just so relaxing. So those ones are for Eric. This pair, so I did a pair of the scrappy stripy socks, that style, using these colors, and then this was my leftovers plus a little bit from my friend Jenny because I ran out of a couple of things. So I did a pair of scrappy stripy socks and then these with a single skein of yarn and a mini skein set. The single skein is the gray here. It is a Cascade Heritage Solid. I want to say 5742. Yeah, 5742 maybe. It's on my project page. It's been a while since I finished these. And I use that for the cuff, heel, and toe. And then the mini skein set was Lilac Blossoms from Holly Press Fibers, which we'll have back in the shop again as well. So these were both from Crazy Sock Lady Co. Did the pop of color at the cuff, and I have notes on the project page for how I did these. There's just a single stripe of this dark purple, just one single round, and then 10 rounds per each stripe for the other colors. The last one that I have is another pair of scrappy stripy socks. This is using all Holly Press fibers. The main skein is this gray. It's called Rabbits with Swords. And then the mini skein set is all of these other colors, and these are a Minecraft inspired mini skein set. I love it so much. So I used the pink from it for the toe, heel, and pop of color at the cuff. And then I did stripes down the leg and the foot with the rest. So for these, I like to do 8 rounds for my scrappy stripy socks, 8 rounds per stripe on the leg, 4 rounds per stripe on the foot. And again, notes are on the Ravelry project page. These were so much fun, and I have so much left in this project bag. This is a bag from Daisy Girl & Co. So much left of this yarn. So I can't decide if I want to do another pair of these or what I want to do with it. What do you guys think? I mean, obviously I would make them for somebody else. These ones were for me. No, there's seriously so much of this yarn left. All right. That's it for finished objects that are here. Like I said, I know there's another pair of scrappy stripy socks. I think I've gifted Eric a couple of pairs of socks, at least one. It's just been so long and life has been so crazy that setting things aside to talk about, it's kind of just fallen away. It's just gotten too crazy. Yeah, but I tried, and I did keep some things set aside. All right, works in progress. I have, let's see here. These, I have 2 of these, well 3 of these are in Summer Sock Camp project bags that will be back in the shop for another update. This is from Mountain State Stitches. These are all socks. And in here I am working on a pair of socks out of Solstice Fiber Studio. The tag out here. And this is, what was the name of this? Who's That Girl? Very, very pretty sock set. Just doing a vanilla sock on 9-inch. Pop a color at the cuff. You're not surprised, I am sure. Love the vanilla socks right now. I've been so tempted to cast on patterns, but I just know they would end up lingering because I have one that's a pattern and it's been lingering a bit. And it's not even one I really have to think about. So for my 9-inch, I use 9-inch Chow Goo. I always use US 0 for 9-inch because my gauge does change slightly with a 9-inch as opposed to like Magic Loop or something. And I typically always do 64 stitches on all of my socks. That usually does not change. This is another Mountain State Stitches Summer Sock Camp bag. And I have one of these socks done. So this one, do I have the tag in here? Yes, this is Stella Luna Fiber Co. In the Pool Floaties sock set. So pretty. Doesn't that look like pool water? I love it so much. So that's one. I just finished this morning. Again on 9-inch. That's all that I have of the second one. That's it. Loving it so much. This has kind of been what I've been focused on working on the past couple of days. I find this kind of happens throughout the year, but especially with summer sock camp, I cast on a ton of things at once. And I'll go through that phase where I am just casting everything on and working on them. Like I'll alternate and go through different things, but then I really kind of start to buckle down and I finish one and then I go and I finish the next. So that's kind of where I'm feeling like I'm at right now. Being on a trip helped because I only had 2 active whips. It was these and this. I had other yarn that I took with me. Do you guys want to see how much knitting I thought I would get done in Texas? Mind you, I got there on a Wednesday, came home on a Monday. I had these 2 that I had just cast on at the start of the trip, like the day before or something like that. I had just cast them on. I took all of this with me thinking that I would get that much knitting done. No, which means I was just having a great time. Like I would take my knitting places and then not even take it out and work on it. Eric and I just had the best time on this trip. So I did not get that much knitting done. But yes, not really much else to say about these. It's my typical vanilla sock. This Summer Sock Camp bag is by Midwest Stitches. I love this little bag. This one's a snap bag. It's so cute. And in here I have, this was a Stranger Things, like yarn of the month, I think is what it was, a one of a kind from a Homespun House on her soft sock base. And I have one done. Same as always, vanilla sock, pop a collar, heel and toe. And I'm doing these ones on Magic Loop, so they are a little different. Here's the second one. I'll give you a closer look because the yarn is so good. I love it so much. And that's the next one is the patterned one that's taking a little longer just because it's a pattern. That's the only reason why. It's just kind of gotten put to the side. I do have one done and another one, second one started. So this is more a homespun house. This was another one of a kind yarn of the month, and this was from 2019. It was an overdose awareness, same label there. Overdose Awareness 2019 was the colorway name. And I'm doing my Rhinebeck Roomies pattern, which is such a fun pattern. I don't know why this has lingered. I need to just get on with it. I love the texture and squishiness of this pattern. So not much done on the second, if it'll focus there. There we go. Very pretty. So I need to get this worked on a bit more because I'm definitely feeling, like I said, it goes through phases. Cast on all the things, finish the things. Cast on the things, finish the things. I'm starting to feel the finish the things right now. All right, just get these tags put back in here. That's the only works in progress that I brought over to show. I know I have a DK weight pair of socks. Is that it for the socks? I'm gonna double check that. Yes, I just double checked. I have a DK weight pair of socks that's been on the needles for ages, which is silly because they go so quick, but I just haven't wanted to work on DK weight. I've been wanting to work on fingering weight only. All right, I've started, so this isn't really a project or anything, but I have the Happy Mermaid Summer Sock Camp bag here, and I have started putting in all of the scraps from socks that I finish this summer in here. I don't know, I thought that would be fun to just stick them down in here and then just do some crazy scrappy socks or something, or just I don't know what I'll do with it. Probably scrappy socks, but I thought it would be fun to just put all of my leftovers, so I need to put those in there. All right, should we talk mail and various different things like that? I think that's where we're at. So I have 2 Yarnable boxes. What would this be? June and July. Yarnable is a yarn subscription service, if you are not familiar. I do have a playlist here on YouTube where it's like, I was gonna say older, but they're not really older ones. It's just I have started doing it here on the podcast in the more recent, I don't know, probably like the past 5 or so months. So let's open this up. I have looked at them already, I'm not gonna lie. I've already looked at them. They couldn't sit and wait. This one is June. So with Yarnable, I'll put the link below, let's say that real quick, and there is a coupon code, I think it's Sock Lady, and that'll get you $5 off of your first box. Now they are only open a handful of times a year. Sometimes they open up to fill up different spots and things, so the best way to find out when they open, if you are interested in checking out Yarnable, is to follow the link below this video where I put it and sign up for their email list. When slots are open, they'll send you an email and you can sign up then. That's the best way, instead of just trying to randomly head over and check to see. You can get fingering or DK weight with this box. You can get 1 or 2 skeins of fingering, 1 or 2 skeins of DK. So they always have little extras that come in a little bag. There's always a card that tells you about the box and gives you a scratch off discount code for Hypnotic Yarn, who puts on the Yarnable box. And the code is good for the month that you receive the box. So this was June's, this code was good for June. It tells you about all the extras that you get. So we have, let's see here, some flamingo swizzle sticks that were designed for Yarnable. This would be cute for some mixed drinks. There is a can koozie that says, I've got 99 problems, but a stitch ain't one. And then we have a sunglasses case that says knitter, like a regular crafter, but way cooler. Oh, I can get it to stay open there. So those are our extras. And the colorway name is Born to Stand Out. It says it was brought to you by Warm Summer Sun, Beach Umbrellas, and Cool Drinks. Oh, it's very pretty. I actually forgot what it looked like. I was thinking I remember it has pink. Yes, it does. Ooh, that's so pretty. I might have to cast this on soon. Very, very pretty. So I always get 1 skein of fingering weight, and it is on their plush sock, which is an 85 superwash merino, 15% nylon, 437 yards to 100 grams. Now let's do July's. I've looked at this one as well. We have all of our extras here. Says that the colorway name is Picnic Basket, and it's brought to you by Family Recipes, Backyard Barbecues, and Happy Taste Buds. Sounds pretty perfect for July. What do we have here? There is a recipe for July. That's super cool. Let's see. So it says the recipe card is from the What's for Dinner Club by Lydia Menzies. I'm probably mispronouncing that. We have a gingham napkin set and bamboo cutlery set that was designed for Yarnable. It says it's a good day for a good day. Those are cute. All right, the yarn, and I don't think I showed. I love that the yarn is always in this little bag, so you can look at all the extras and you can save looking at the yarn for last if you're like me. Ooh, I forgot what this one looked like too. That's what happens when you open them and then set them aside. So again, this is on the plush sock base. Very pretty red. I think Eric would love socks out of this. All right, those are our Yarnable boxes. So if you are interested in that, the link will be down below. I think I received 2 row 1s, but I have my Sandy by the Lakeside big bag, and that's kind of where I put my mail when it comes in. I keep it over here by the door, and I put any yarny mail that I want to show in there. I only could find this row 1. I don't know where I put the other one. It's probably ended up downstairs. Actually, now that I don't know. But I have one to show you. So row 1 is a mini skein subscription service, and they have a different yarn dyer each month. You get to try out a different yarn dyer, and get a little bit of their yarns. So there's 10 mini skeins in each, and this month it is from Meg's and Co. And here they are still in the wrapping, the packaging, but very pretty. And I love that, I love this one. And I love that with row 1, they put a band on each one. For one, they're not in like a mini skein form. You don't have to ball them up. They're just ready to go. And you have the yarn dyer and the colorway name on each mini. I love that so much. And this was another one. A lot of the row 1 yarn dyers are ones that I've never heard of. So I love that. So you get the mini skeins. They send you I already had opened it. So it's a little envelope type thing down in there that has the paper that tells you about the yarn. You get a little progress keeper or stitch marker, and then something sweet. It was 2 little suckers this time, and Wyatt ate those, so I do not have those to show. All right, what next? So let's show, move some things out of the way here. So I ordered from Pretty Twisted Yarns a couple of things. I already have one caked up in here. Get this open. It'll be a little loud. I have these stickers everywhere. I have one on my laptop. I actually put one of these on the back of my Jeep. She sends them out with her orders, and they're so cute. So this yarn right here that I caked up is called Punky Power. And I mean, just look at that. I can't wait to cast this on. So beautiful and bright and perfect for summer. And then she did Scrappy Stripy Socks sets. So I had to order it. They are We Having Funfetti Yet is the main color, and then Funfetti mini skein set. There are 6 20-gram minis. These are both on her Lavish base, which is an 85 superwash merino, 15% nylon. And oh my goodness, they're very bright. Oh, out of practice. Let's see if I can adjust that back down. They were definitely going to get blown out. There we go. That shows it a little better. Look at those. Oh my goodness. I can't handle it. So I need to start these soon. I caked this up, but I kind of want to start this first. I don't know. I also want to finish some things. I just want to knit all the things. But these are so pretty. So that was my order from Pretty Twisted Yarns. Also have an order from Dragon Horde. So we are obsessed with Stranger Things. We completely binged part 1 and part 2 of the latest episode or season. We love it. So Tristan had this colorway out called Running Up That Hill. If you've watched Stranger Things, season 4, episode 4, I made Eric watch it twice before we could continue on. So good. The way it was shot, the acting, the music tying in with it, I couldn't handle it. So I had to order this yarn. Very, very pretty. And then I also had to order this progress keeper that she had. Max's mixtape. I can't handle it. This is also something that needs to be cast on soon. I'm gonna put the progress keeper on the skein of yarn. so that I can knit them together or keep them together for when I knit the socks. And also, if you are a fan of that song, because of the show or not, there's a band called Loveless. I have not listened to any of their other music, but they did a cover of Running Up That Hill. You can thank me later. It's so good. Just a few more things. So Darlene over at Bags by Awesome Granny, who I love so much, and I love her bags so much, she sent me over this precious bag. Look at these little guys and gals. Oh my goodness. They're so precious. And it's a good size bag. I already know the project I'm gonna put in here. That's something I need to get started for a birthday gift. And she did have this fabric in her shop, so head over. I'll link her shop down below if you're interested. But speaking of projects that I'm going to be starting, I have a couple that I need to start that are not socks. I want to do another, why am I blanking on the name? Like, it was just there and now it's gone. The cowl that I did with the Moonglow Yarn Co. Advent in December, I want to do another of those using the Homespun House Advent that I had from December. So I need to get that going because it is a birthday gift and the person's birthday is this fall. So I need to get that started. And also, if you've been following for a while, you know that I knit my niece, Lily, a sweater every year for her birthday. Her birthday is August 24th. So her birthday party will either probably be the weekend before or the weekend after her birthday, because I think her birthday falls on a Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. I know this because Wyatt and I are going to a My Chemical Romance concert on her birthday. It is on a Wednesday. So I'll need to have the sweater done by the weekend before or the weekend after, because I like for that to be one of her gifts. I've done it every year since she was born, so I kind of would hate to break that tradition. But we are like mid-July, and I'm just realizing this like as I'm talking about it, that I do not have that much time, and she is getting older. She is getting older. She's gonna be 7. So help me find a sweater pattern. Cute. DK weight is typically what I do. They knit up quicker and it will be perfect for the West Virginia winter. She wears them a lot when she's outside, playing in the snow and things throughout the winter. So if you have any cute patterns, put them down below. I need to start looking. I need to start deciding on yarn. I think I do this every year. I wait to the last minute till there's like a month, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, you gotta knit a sweater. As she gets older, I'm gonna have to plan more in advance. Okay. So the last thing, making sure I'm not forgetting anything. The last thing, I picked up some yarn when we were in Texas. So I only went to one yarn store. I had so many people message me about different yarn stores in the area when they found out that we were going to or in Fort Worth, but I only ended up going to West 7th Wool. I did that the day we got there because we were trying to kill some time before we could check into our hotel room. If it would have just been, I don't know, a different trip, I would have loved to have went to every yarn store in the area, met up with some people, all of that. That would have been fun. But this was really a trip for Eric and I. Like I said, we have never done a trip together as a couple. So I only did the one yarny thing, and then the rest was just us spending time together and experiences together and things we could do together. So I know a lot of people are like, you only went to one, but yes, they only went to one. It just was not a yarny trip or just a regular old vacation, you know. It was really just about us focusing on each other and spending time with each other. So I did go to West 7th Wool, such a great yarn store. Because I did buy a little progress keeper while I was there. And I picked up yarn from Texas Dyers, which I thought was super fun. So this one I got is from West 7th Wool. They have their own yarn that they dye. And this is called Toasted Marshmallow. I had to get it because summer sock camp. And this is on their Hunter's sock base, which is a 70% superwash merino, 30% nylon. So I've never used a 70-30, I don't think, superwash merino nylon blend. It feels good, and it feels a little more rustic than like your typical 75-25 for some reason, but it feels nice. This next one is Chicken Coop Dye Works, and the color is Foghorn. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the base. The base is Foghorn. The colorway is Chadwick's Black Panther, and it is on their 75-25 blend. And this one I picked up to do socks for my mother-in-law. This one will probably be for socks for Eric. Then the last one was Mustache yarn. If it'll focus there. Man. And this one is Yellow Submarine. This one will probably be socks for Eric as well. Super pretty. So I will link West 7th Wool down below. I did pick up just a cute little sheet progress keeper. Oh dear. I thought that was cute. I think that's it. How am I on time? I think it's been about 45 minutes. That's not too bad. Not too bad at all. So like I had mentioned earlier, the shop is on vacation right now. I put it on vacation, I think like the Tuesday before we left it on vacation the whole time because I really wanted to take a true vacation. I don't think I have ever done that. I try to take evenings and weekends, not working. Sometimes I end up still answering some emails or, you know, still doing some random things depending on what's going on with the shop. But I really wanted this to be a true vacation. It was much needed. As much as I love my job, as much as anyone loves their job, I think vacations are so important, especially a small business who I'm the only one working, you know, there's nobody to help out aside from lovely friends and family who do pitch in and help out here and there, but it falls on me, that responsibility. So I think those breaks and vacations are so important. I'm learning that as I go and always trying to find a better balance, because it is hard to have a balance, especially if you're like me. I can tend to be a bit of a workaholic. So I really tried to take that time, and it's been great. Today is Thursday. I got back Monday, and I am still taking this week. I've answered some emails. I'm doing this podcast, but shop stuff, I'm not starting back in on that until Monday. And I can't even tell you how nice it has been to just slow down a bit. I feel like with summer stock camp, it's been go, 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 go when it comes to the shop and the updates, and I'm so thankful and grateful. And this is not me complaining at all, I promise you, but it's just me saying that vacations are good for you. They are so good for you to slow down and take a breath and then get ready to dive back in. It's just to, I think, avoid that burnout that can happen if you're on a constant more, go, go, go kind of a track. So it's been great. It'll be good getting back in the shop on Monday. There have been so many things come in for summer stock camp and beyond summer stock camp. I've had some Holly Press, Pretty Twisted, Mountain State stitches, Midwest stitches. trying to think what else. There's been so much come in. So the next update, I'll probably open the shop back up on Monday. And then on probably Wednesday, you can expect an email letting you know when the next round of summer sock camp things will be going into the shop. So the best place, like I said, is sign up for that newsletter on the website. I'm going to start utilizing that more to get update information or anything important out going forward. And then still on Instagram too. But if you sign up for that newsletter, you know you're going to get that email and not miss any Instagram posts, because we all know how crazy Instagram can be with how they don't always show things. Okay, just looking around to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. I don't think I am. I know there were a couple things I received in the mail that are over at the shop because they came through the P.O. box, but I will get to those and show them on the next podcast. So I think that's it. Thank you guys for joining me. Thanks for coming back to watch after such a long break there. If you're back and you're watching and you made it through the whole thing, thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you. Be sure to check out Summer Sock Camp going on over in the Ravelry group, and you can also use the hashtags on Instagram if you do not use Ravelry groups. I think that's all I got. I will hopefully see you guys again before 2 months. Make sure to let me know down below in the comments if you have any kids patterns that you can recommend. I might do like I'm gonna go look at petite knits. Can you guys hear that tapping? Chloe is asleep and dreaming and her toenails are tapping the wall. She was snoring a minute ago, if you heard that. Chloe's our German Shepherd, by the way. I'm gonna go look at petite knits, but if you have any other recommendations for children's patterns that I can do for my niece, DK weight, let me know below. And I will talk to y'all soon. Until then, happy knitting. Bye.